There's nothing to fear here. Can't hear you. Okay, yeah. Paul, open the ones up in the library then, please. Lock the doors, he's a flight risk. Yeah.
They're all snogging each other.
I know.
I like that, isn't it?
Somewhere I'll put them all.
That's gone quiet now, that worries me. That definitely worries me.
It's wonderful, just that everybody's conversations finish off. Even Nikki's. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
What a joy to see so many wonderful people here in this church. And I've got to say that, is there a medium in the house? There's hundreds of them. Where do you come from? How beautiful that everybody joins together. We were just saying outside, you know, the community, the chat, the laughter, our lovely friends from Italy. Stop growing up, you're making me feel old. Stop it. So it's a great delight. And as I always say, please remember, you've not come here to watch Bill work. Bill is working what each and every one of you have brought here today. That's what makes each service unique. This blending of all your energies, your love, your joy, your laughter, the healing that's gone on, creates this space for our medium today to work in. Our medium today needs no introduction, so I won't bother. No.
I'm off.
Wonderful Bill Rich, and accompanied by his lovely wife Celia at the back there. Hello, darling. Has been with us. He took a wonderful workshop yesterday, very well attended, thank you, and an evening demonstration as well. And for the final leg, you've got today. But don't worry, if you don't feel up to it, I think we won't be stuck.
Yeah, I'm just going to say, I think someone can fill in.
Is there a medium in the house? Anyway, moving on. So, and a big warm welcome too to those watching us online, at home, wherever you are in the world. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I will now conduct myself properly.
That might change.
I know, a bit of novelty, give it a go. And ask Bill for the opening prayer. Thank you, sir.
Good morning. Good morning. Can we join together in prayer, please? Dear Heavenly Father, divine and loving light, as we join today, Father, in this thy sanctuary, we ask that the Spirit world would join with us, that sharing of this moment in time where the two worlds become one, where our loved ones, our friends and guides can join freely to bring their love and their upliftment, and to bring with them that proof that life is everlasting. As we welcome the Spirit world today, we ask that they bring with them that love and that light and that healing, and we ask that it permeates throughout and touches each and every one here. And through the course of this service, as the Spirit world joins us and that love and light and healing is here, we ask that it be shared with those who are most in need at this time. Father, I ask for myself now humbly to be used as an instrument and asked to work from the highest and the best and to work in truth, love and light. So I ask that what is said and done today will be done with thy will, with thy love and thy blessing. And we ask these things in and through thy name of love. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Bill. Beautiful. And now, if you care to, please join in with saying the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thine will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And leave us not when in temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power and the glory, for ever and ever. Amen. Thank you. And we now bring our hearts, our minds, our focus, our very intent to the art of healing. As we always remind you, to be a healer requires no training. It does not require a gift bestowed upon you. We all have that inherent gift within us, and that is called the divine thread of love. For healing is an expression of love. When we send out our love unconditionally to others, we are working as healers. We are working of those who will bring solace, comfort, relief from pain and upliftment. Never doubt your own ability, as each and every one of you are shining stars in the night, sending out that light and that upliftment. So during this time, we'd ask you to send your thoughts wherever you are drawn. Be it friends, families, ourselves, the environment, it matters not. You go where your heart leads you. We also invite you during this time, if there is anybody in particular you would like mentioned, please just raise your hand, and when I point to you, just call out their name. That is all that is required. We are dealing with the spirit world. It's a place of intelligence, of knowing, of understanding. So trust that by adding your voice vibration, that healing power is sent and directed in accordance with the divine plan for all things. So enjoy this moment of meditation, this moment of relaxation, this moment of healing. Thank you.
pattern sound.
Divine and infinite Spirit, God of our own understanding, we thank you for this time and this reminder that we can send out that love unconditionally, wherever and whenever the opportunity arises. Amen.
Amen.
I'd now like to welcome Bill to take our address for today. Thank you.
Good morning, friends. Morning. I'm just trying to compose myself then. That was beautiful. That really was just sitting here in that energy, to feel it, to feel genuine care and love and meaning. I've worked 32 years and today we're in the presence of some wonderful mediums here. I think it's a National Medium Day today. Right, it's set me up, yeah?
Surprise!
And listening and being part of the laughter outside, some of you who were sitting in here wouldn't believe that we're mediums, that we're, supposed to be spiritual. And the absolute, ignoring him, yes, right? And the laughter and the banter and everything that was going out, and then coming together and formulating that one moment in time when mediums and non-mediums come together and lock hands and join heart to heart with the essence of spirit, the true essence. And it's not very often I say this because I'm not usually one to give into emotions. That brought a lump to my throat, just sitting there. Because for the one moment in them 32 years, I found peace. So what is my address about? The peace? No, my address is about saying that maybe you don't hear. You see mediums, week in, week out, wherever you go, and we travel. We travel everywhere. Sometimes we're on that road and the road just keeps going on. We're tired. We've had enough. But we're supposed to perform. And I use that word because that is exactly sometimes what people think. That we're actors. We're not. We're people. We're genuine, real-life people. So my address is the tale of the medium, right? The road we walk, the road we chose. And I use the word chose. It's not forced upon us. And everyone here, I'm looking at all these beautiful mediums and that, whether you're a healing medium or an evidential medium, what do you know about us? What do you know about the medium? You don't. You look at your own lives and think, I've got all this hell going on, right? I've got problems, I've got bills, I've got issues. No one understands, because that is something that every single one of us can understand. Does that make sense? Yeah. It's my problem. You don't understand. But it's the same with the mediums. We give unconditionally, right? We put ourselves in the firing line every single time. We look in the mirror and look at ourselves and we think, how can I be better? And often it is the most loneliest road you can walk down. Me, my life is checkered. I grew up the rough side of life. I had to. I grew up in an environment where I had to survive. Through the care system, through all of that. And I'm on about when, the 60s and 70s, when you read the stories in the paper, they are true. I was there. I was part of that. Yeah? There's no way I ever envisaged in my life that I would be standing up here caring for people. There's no way. I lived that side of life where I believed that you live by the sword, you die by the sword. Am I proud of my past? No, I can't change it, but I can accept it. The same as every single one of us here should do. The past makes you who you are now, but you've got one beautiful ability to dream. The one ability that says, tomorrow I'm not going to be the same as I was yesterday. I'm going to wake up and I'm going to be that person. Are we different? No, we're all the same. If you bleed the same colour. Your tears are the same tears. The emotion, pain of losing someone, which we spoke about. How do we deal with it? We know where they are. We know they're safe. We know they've moved over. They're in a higher existence of life. And we know that they can come back. Do you know what, friends? Sometimes it ain't good enough. No matter how good the message is we receive as mediums from another. Your mum's here, your dad's here, they love you, they're here. I don't want that. I want to be able to put my arms around that person because I miss that physical touch. I want to hear that voice, not because you've relayed the message. I want to hear it because that person who I loved, just that voice I felt in the heart. I didn't hear it with my ears, I felt it in my heart. And no one as a medium ever can relay that. Now, what does it make us? Exactly the same as anyone else. I have seen beautiful mediums, there is today, beautiful mediums here. Did you know how much we criticise ourselves? Yeah? Seriously. People come and say, oh, you're wonderful. We'll walk out and we'll say, that was rubbish. Right? We could have done better. Why didn't I do that? And then we get things like, oh, if only I said that, I had that. So we're always striving to find the extra bit of proof, to find a way of bridging that pain between losing something and someone, and try to be that little gap, close it to say, they're here. All the mediums I know, they know what pain is, they know what emotional pain is for themselves, and do you know the hardest part of being a medium? The criticism. We said that, didn't we, Mark, outside?
Yeah.
Do you know what my argument is? When someone criticises a medium, I say to them, there's the platform. Get up there and do it better. Show me how it's done and I will listen. It's easy to criticise, isn't it? So I'll ask those here, everyone, who wants to be a medium. Do you want hands up?
Even the mediums are.
Even the mediums ain't putting their hands up, yeah? Yeah? And to the mediums, I'll ask a question to you, your engagement with me. When you first started, did you have any inkling at all of what we were going to put ourselves through?
No. That was resounding.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen, yeah? From the mediums, the honest answer, no, we didn't. How many times have we as mediums said, that's it, I'm finished?
Oh, yeah.
We're walking away.
Not doing this anymore.
Not doing it no more.
No.
That's it, I give up. But
Give
do you
me
know what?
everything, you've given me nothing.
I bet no one of us here can understand how we get up next morning, right? After saying yesterday, that's it, I'm not doing it, I'm walking away from it, I'm disillusioned, or whatever, and we get up and do it. Now, I will tell you why. Because there's a part of us that no matter what lifestyle we've led, no matter what life has thrown at us, there's a part of us that understands true spirituality, the caring of another human being. That's what gets us up. It isn't a pay packet, because I've never known any rich mediums, right? He has. He's loads, right? Yeah?
Wise investments, dear.
Yeah, that's why. But, have you ever seen a medium cry? I have.
Yes.
Because every single one of us has. When we've got no recourse. When we're backed up into a corner and we're hurting. And backed up that we can't find an answer. It doesn't matter what Spirit says to us, we can't find the answer for ourselves. Where we've lost someone. I've taken a service after losing someone, gone to a funeral, and in the evening have to stand up there and be that medium. Do we see death as any different? No. We cry, we hurt, we miss. And this is why I wanted to put across from the medium's tale, right? The things that we do, we don't have the answers, right? We are no different from anybody else, but the one thing is, why do we get up? Now, can I say to you, that feeling that we all felt just before we started, beautiful, was it not? Mm-hmm. If you could have that every day in your life, that peace, that tranquility, that friendship, the knowledge of knowing if you fell to the floor, you'd never hit the floor. Someone would catch you before you got there. Would you take it?
Yes.
So would we. And life isn't like that, is it not?
No.
So, imagine how a message is formulated. We link to Spirit. Yeah, we know that. We can teach in workshops, we can teach in circles, make the connection. How do we actually get ourselves motivated to actually want to do the job? Does that make sense? Do you know the one thing we have to learn? Pick everything up and put it to one side. The hardest thing I've ever come across is the ability to be able to say, do you know what, I've got to step out of these shoes and step into them shoes. And when I've finished, I've got to pick into them shoes again and walk out the door and pick it all up and start again. So now you're understanding how we work. Spirit know this. And to every single one of you here, the life that we lead, the way life is changing, tests us every single time. You don't have to be a medium to make a connection to Spirit. A thought. That is the invocation to Spirit to be there. Every single one of us has got loved ones. So no, please don't ever put a medium up. But when you get that special moment, that one time that I experienced outside, which we all did we not?
Yeah.
The laughing, the joking, the common ground. No one was judging each other. Oh, that's that medium, or oh, this medium. Do you know what it was? Normal people coming together to share in a moment of laughter, of friendship. If anything I could give you from the address would be this. You can allow your own emotions to destroy you. And I would say to people, we know from our lessons that you can wear two faces. But the one thing you must never forget is to be your true self. Whatever it is you are, however you function, however you say something or do, be that person. Because there's one time that we're going to meet ourselves in spirit and we're going to look back and see how many opportunities we had to change our lives, to make a difference. And do you know what it starts with? One thought. I'm coming to the end of my address for a reason, right? Because I want you just for a moment to reflect on it. When you see what goes on in your life, remember there's a host around you, a spirit, trying to make that one moment in time where you say, you're not alone, we're here. We're trying to help you. And the hardest part of all is Spirit will not give you the answers. We got free will, free choice. So when you see a medium turn around and say, I've had enough, just bear in mind, don't look at them as a medium. Look at them as a human being. Right? Our stories we hide. Do we not? Come on guys, be honest. We hide our truths because we don't display it. Me, I don't care. That's me. I lived that life. I've got the scars and I've got the t-shirt, trust me. But it's made me who I am. And I would say to you this, whether you become a medium and decide to grace a platform or whatever platform you work, remember, never be ashamed of who you are. Does that make sense? Never be ashamed of it. I will stand in front of the Pope, the Queen, doesn't matter. And I will say, this is who I am, this is my past, but I can learn from it to be what I want to be. And do you know why? Because it's called love. And I will tell you now, people think they know what love is until you actually embrace Spirit and are held by Spirit and feel that's the true meaning of love. And do you know what? That's what makes us get up here and do it. So I want you to think on that. You now hear from a medium because I get fed up to the back teeth, right, of the criticism that mediums get. There is no good medium. There's only a medium working to their best abilities. And just remember, it don't matter whether you grace a platform with one person or 500 people, the same criteria is needed. Care and love. Because that's all we can give. And just remember, we're human. Believe me, if there's angels in heaven and it's harps and clouds that you're sitting on, I ain't going. I'm going downstairs where the real party is. Thank you, I say God bless.
Wonderful, Bill. I do admire your optimism, saying you're going to heaven. I do admire.
I was just thinking I've got to lose some weight because that's got to be a big cloud.
Thank you, that was great. We now move on to our piece of music for today. During this time, Christine has volunteered to take the collection. Thank you, Christine, for volunteering.
Give me oil in my lamp pipe. Give me oil in my lamp, keep me burning. Give me oil in my lamp, I pray. Give me oil in my lamp, keep me burning. Keep me burning till the break of day. Give me joy in my heart, keep me praising. Give me joy in my heart, I pray. Give me joy in my heart, keep me praising. Keep me praising till the break of day. Sing Hosanna, sing Hosanna, sing Hosanna to the King of Kings. Sing Hosanna, sing Hosanna, sing Hosanna to the King. Give me oil in my lamp, keep me burning. Give me oil in my lamp, I pray. Give me oil in my lamp, keep me burning. Keep me burning till the break of day. Sing Hosanna, sing Hosanna, sing Hosanna to the King of Kings. Sing Hosanna, sing Hosanna, sing Hosanna to the King. Give me love in my heart, keep me serving. Give me love in my heart, I pray. Give me love in my heart, keep me serving. Keep me serving till the break of day. Sing Hosanna, sing Hosanna, sing Hosanna to the King of Kings. Sing Hosanna, sing Hosanna, sing Hosanna to the King. Give me oil in my lamp, keep me burning. Give me oil in my
You
I
know,
didn't
I-
expect that, did you?
Can we play that again? I enjoyed that.
We want now is a bar up there and somebody to play with the lights. We would have been away. Yeah.
You know what I was thinking? A couple of Stetsons in year halves and we're away.
Do you know what though? Seriously, you know, spiritualism brings joy into our hearts. It should be celebrated.
Yes.
We are not the orthodox dryness of listen to me or else. Well, I do use that line a few times.
Yeah.
Frequently.
But you know, we're not about talking to the dead. We're talking about how to live this life, and with that joy and upliftment. And I know we quite enjoyed that. Please ignore that. Moving on rapidly, quickly. Bill, we will shortly invite up to demonstrate our evidential mediumship, which
You
is our
calling me short again?
Sorry, dear?
You calling me short again?
Yeah. Subtly.
Yeah.
Evidential mediumship is our sort of like icing on the cake. It's that thing that allows us to demonstrate what we talk about, demonstrate our belief, demonstrate what we understand about the continuity of life. It is not the whole gamut. And sadly, our movement over the years has now revolved into just the message. It is so much more. Because when the medium works and brings through not only the knowledge of that person that has gone beyond us, the presence. When you feel that presence, that is beyond anything that we on the platform can give to you, because that is you uniting with your loved ones. But this requires us to be part of that process, does it not?
Yes.
Every week.
He goes on that paraphrase, doesn't he?
People know this all around the world. I don't know what they think of it, but they know. So, to be part of that conversation, we need to respond with the energy of a nice, clear
Yes. No. Maybe.
What about don't know?
I don't,
Yeah, I don't know.
that's all right.
I
I
like
can
that,
negotiate that one.
Okay.
Anyway, shush. Over to you, Bill. Thank you.
He goes on a little power craze trip, doesn't he? I'm watching his eyes light up when it gets to that moment, doesn't it? Yeah. Hello.
Hello.
Right. I'm going to say this, but I keep getting drawn to you. Yeah? And I am aware of a lady, and I want to say I'm more aware of Mum. Because I'm going to be honest. When I stood up the back and you walked past me, I see her coming behind you. Can you understand?
Yeah.
But it's a strange connection, because she's constantly there. Does that make sense? A very, very strong force with you from spirit, but as equally strong in life. Yeah? And it's like, and I mean this purely with all, respect. She kept you in line.
She did.
Really kept you in line. It's like, you can't make a decision without her having a say on it.
Yeah.
Yeah? And she was rather good financially, wasn't she?
Yes.
Because she's showing me books. And I believe, genuinely, there are books that contain expenses, what's in, what's out, how it's gone, and where it's gone. Because she says that when I actually passed, there wasn't the issue over finances.
Oh my God.
Can you understand?
Yes.
Right? Would you like me to stop?
That's okay.
Right, okay.
Yes, good. That's all right.
We also make friends easy as mediums, right?
I've got one, darling.
Yeah?
Yeah.
There wasn't the issue. It's like, I've done everything. The final stage now is the completion of my life.
Yeah.
Can I have your name, please, my friend?
Simon.
Simon. Say God bless you. Okay, so let me again. Was you going to make some kind of plaque or something that is in recognition of her?
I've thought about it, yeah.
But it went more beyond the thought, didn't it? It's because she said you looked into it But she says the stumbling point was the words.
Yes.
And the words that you wanted to say, there wasn't enough room on the plaque.
That's right.
You'd need a wall,
Yeah.
right? And that's going to be one big bench, yeah? But you needed this wall because a plaque would not suffice in your mind, your heart. Can you understand? She says, I'm with you at the moment because of the pain you're going through. Is there recent passing?
One of my best friends died yesterday morning,
Right.
and he was a best friend of hers.
Right, that would make perfect sense. Within the last week with your friend was an opportunity to speak.
Yes, there was, and I didn't do it.
I have a saying, my friend, that is don't feed the mediums because I'm fat enough as it is. Yeah. She's saying no regret because it's, oh my God, I had the chance to say and I didn't. You don't need that phone call
No, no.
because of what was said this morning before you come here. Now, I want to say to you that before you come here this morning, at your home, there is a particular room. I call it the quiet room. Would that be acceptable to you to say
Yes,
that?
Definitely.
It's your room, it's my sanctuary.
Yes.
Yeah? And within that sanctuary, I'm not going to say you lit a candle, but there was something you made as in reparation, this is for you. Because he was standing there when you done it, can you understand?
Yeah.
He's laughing and saying to me to tell you, I can travel the seas, I can travel the water now. Would that make sense? There's this drawing and need to be near water, which was a very strong and important part of his life. Because that's what he did in life. He literally just floated along and bobbed along ebbs and currents. But without your guidance and friendship, he never found the sanctuary, can you understand, that peace, which you allowed to bring into his life.
Yeah.
Which is a debt of gratitude, my friend, that it will be repaid 1,000,001 times because he's saying, I'm okay. I'm okay, right? James, Jamie, Jimmy, James,
It's his grandson.
yeah? He's talking about it's got to be explained gently. Can you understand? But your mum, she's just very gentle pose.
That's it.
Like this. It's a very gentle pose. But it's her eyes. When I look at her eyes, they can be steely. Yeah? Say to me again, sorry, but she's just gone off. I don't know what she's doing, but she's just gone off somewhere. Right.
She'd probably say,
No, hold on, I'm the medium here. You know what I mean? Don't get carried away now, yeah? Right? Now you know what mediums are like, it's why you don't ever go to someone like you, right? If you don't finish the message, they will, yeah? Your mum's telling me she hid things in the house, right? It's like she wouldn't have the big boxes for jewellery and that. It's like she'd put them in little things. Because she's laughing about how you'd all go round the house when she passed. Oh my God, where she hid that? She hid that behind there. But she's talking about a particular ring that was actually hid in glassware, right? And it's a little tiny glass box, right? Say glass box, I'm useless. Just this glass container like that, where she kept the rings. Because she's talking about the memories in them rings go through the family, can you understand?
I was looking at them this morning.
Yeah, right. My friend, I'm going to say thank you for working with me,
Thank you to you.
right? And I know I didn't mean to upset you, but sometimes I think tears are love, not pain. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
And I say thank you for working with me. You're welcome. Don't look at me like that. I didn't do it deliberately.
Don't make my congregation cry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very protective.
I wasn't really booked here. I was just standing outside. I was going fishing, yeah?
Volunteers.
Yeah. Yeah. Like that, innit? Yeah. I am with the lady over there. Oh, yeah?
Hi.
I ain't got a message for you. You just haven't moved for a little while. You know what I mean? I have this lady, and the lady I've got is, I am going to say, I'm looking at age with this lady, because I can see age and moving on in life, can you understand? But as I've moved on in life, because I'm going to be honest with you, when I look at you saying the shape and angularity of your face and build is the exact replica of her, can you understand? But she says, my hair remained the same colour right to the end, can you understand? And she's laughing because everyone was jealous of the fact that no matter how much she aged, she still kept the same auburn as she was, can you understand? And it wasn't laying straight, it had a beautiful thickness to it that her hair was the envy of many people, can you understand? But what I've got to say to you, she's making me want to sort of just clasp my hands together, literally drop my head to the side, and she's got that look of what's she going to get up to next. Yeah? And I can tell I'm right because I can see you going red. Yeah? Which means that you're sitting there thinking, oh my God, what is she going to do in front of all these people? Yeah? And that was very much like her, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The connection between you and her is lovely. It's like mum, can you understand this? But she was a creative lady, was she not? And when I say skills, I don't mean, you know, hoovering housework. She had creative skills with her hands. Because she's saying to me, from knitting to sewing to crocheting, she could do all of these things, but she actually done them for other people. Now, did she sell some of this stuff?
Donated.
No, I'm going to go with sell,
Okay.
right? Because it's like, I want that, and she would make it for people, but people would always give her something in return, can you understand? As in, oh, this is for you. And that, she was a collector, because she's saying to me there was no more room on the shelves where I had these little knickknacks of people giving to me, can you understand? She wasn't a hoarder by any stretch of the imagination. But can I say to you, if someone gave her something and it was given with love, it was kept as a remembrance of that love, yeah? I wish, this is the bit that I think all of us mediums agree with. It's like we see a screen. We see the image, we see the picture, we hear the sound, but if we could only relay it here that you could see, because the one thing she's making me say to you is, I'm with you. Can you understand this? I'm literally going back within the last 3-4 days here with emotions with you, can you understand? And she's saying, I saw you in the front room break down because you feel that you can't move on, can you understand? And I was standing with you. And she says, you can, because you've got to say what you need to say now and make that decision. Does that make sense? She talks of the paperwork that you're reluctant to look at, not even sign. You're reluctant to look at. Can you understand this? And she's saying, I always did things. I never left it to last minute. But I brought you up to always deal with the problem and the situation there and then. And that's what she's giving you now, can you understand? I need the name Charles, Charlie, Charles. Now whether that's first name or second name, I'm not quite sure of. Would you understand the name Charles? Yes? And would you understand a gentleman who's coming in saying, I was admitted to hospital from home. Yes? But in the admittance to hospital, it is the lights, it is the speed, it's an emergency admission. Because he's saying from entrance into hospital, I did not make the wards. Can you understand? Right? They tried to save me in the hospital. I needed the resuscitation, but unfortunately, the heart gave out. Can you understand? Because he's saying the three, sorry, I've been corrected, the four most people, I'll get this right in a minute. Must be the anaesthetic, yeah? The four most important people that he had in his life could not be at that hospital. Can you understand? And he says, it broke my heart that it wasn't the fact that I passed. What broke my heart was I didn't get that chance to say to them how much I loved them, but thank you for what they did with him, yeah? Can I say to you, darling, I'm doing well, I'm upsetting everyone here today, right? I'm not dead. I understand now. Can you understand? I understand. I always believed that if there's a place that you go to, you have to earn that right to go to. Can you understand that? And it's like only the righteous and the holy and the good people go to heaven. And I think we're related. He wasn't the most righteous, religious person. Can you understand? Sorry?
Not at all.
He just never got caught.
Absolutely true.
I know. I know. I get all the good ones, right? He was like a little ringleader. And I'm not going to go in because it's almost like your grass in here, isn't it? Yeah. But if I said to you the warehouses, yes?
I'm not admitted.
Well, that's interesting because you was the lookout. Look, you're not under oath. Yeah? But you was the lookout. You was the lookout, weren't you?
Well, sat in a car.
You was the lookout. Yeah? Do you want the good news is, he's laughing about it. Do you want the bad news? You're going on web. Right? Everyone out there, not just in Poole, but worldwide, knows anywhere near the warehouses, watch her sitting in a car. Yeah? And do you know the most wonderful thing is, he's calling your girl. And he says, there's a line that he loves because the boot isn't big enough. Yeah? So if I said to you the drinks, right, the drinks would flow, the family would be happy because he provided for them. Can you understand? But on a higher note, he also helped the community by giving to those that had nothing. Can you understand? In a way, I love this. He's saying, in a way, I was just a little Robin Hood. Yeah? Take from people and give to those in need, yeah? I need the name Stephen because that has been called, yeah? And I've got to say this to you, and I love my job. I really do. It's what makes me get up, yeah? Right? What I've got to say to you is, I love the gauntlet you throw down to spirit. When you have your bad moments and you think that spirit's not listening, you say, I'm not going to believe no more unless you tell me and give me proof. Are you a believer now? Good. Because everyone's just locking the cars up now. Yeah? Right?
Where's the collection?
Do you know, I'm never going to be able to drive down the M3 now and look at the warehouse. Where's the car? Yeah? What I will leave you with is, and I'm sorry to say, but this lady is not coming close enough for me to describe her. But she's telling me of a child that was unfortunately did not live long. Can you understand? And that there was talk of the child being placed in the grave of another. Would that make sense to you? Because I really want to go with Nan that's coming and telling me this, yeah? Darling, that smile on your face, I'm not going to say embarrassment because I really didn't go out my way to embarrass you, yeah? Right? But what I want to say to you is the smile on your face is worth its weight in gold. Just the fact that Spirit can come in this morning and say, good morning, we're going to embarrass the life out of you, yeah? And create, you know, they're here. But I will leave one thing. You still hold the cards from this lady, the Christmas cards, the birthday cards, and the other day you only picked the box up and went through them and read the one she sent to you. Can you understand?
Yeah.
That's how close she is. Thank you for working with me. Take her love. Do you know, I don't mind if I dry up now. Loads of me. Anyone want to have a go? Anyone understand the name of Alan Thompson? I just got the name Alan, but I got the surname Thompson, so I'm not quite sure if I'm with... Sorry? Well, it sounds like a wanted poster, doesn't it? How do you want them? Would you understand the name Alan Thompson?
I know Alan Thompson.
I'm with you. I think that was my cue to see who I'm actually drawn to. Can you understand? Yeah. I'm not going to say I've got a message from Alan Thompson because I don't feel I have, but I just needed the connection because I needed something to narrow down to where I am. I have a lady, and I'm aware of the lady's presence. Before I describe or give, what I am aware of is this lady's showing me how she had to try and look after herself at home. Yeah? Because I'm coming to family. And the reason I'm coming to family is because I see the resemblance with the eyes and this area with you. Can you understand? And I'm aware that my health is beginning to deteriorate, but I wouldn't accept help. Can you understand?
Not sure.
I like that. Not sure. Because as I'm looking with this lady, I know I'm family because I know everyone is around me, but she was a very, very stubborn lady. Her home is her home, and this is where I would do everything I can for as long as possible, yeah? But eventually, she had to come out of that home because she's showing me the final stages of life with her. Can you understand? There's weight loss with this lady. As I'm looking at you, I want to come to mum's side of the family, not dad's side.
On what level is she to me?
I feel I'm more drawn to Nan with this.
Don't know Nan. Never knew her.
That really throws a spanner in the works, doesn't it? Yeah?
Or you can just say anything.
Yeah.
Only he would come out with that, wouldn't he? Yeah?
He agreed.
Well, that's the rough side over there, you know what I mean, yeah? That's unfortunate because I really am drawn to Nan, can you understand? And I know that I can see the similarity, even that wave you've got in your hair, right? I'm on platform. Don't ask me outside. No, even I can see the wave in the hair.
My Nan or a Nan?
A Nan, and I want to come from mum's side. Yeah? Now I can't take this lady away because what I want to say to you is Spirit are trying to communicate with you. Yeah? A reassurance that there is somewhere and that we are okay. Can you understand? Because I see you talking not just to photos, but your thoughts are to Spirit all the time. Because a man is saying, I've got a man coming in off my peripheral saying to me, it was my time to go, and I did not want to be trapped within my physical body.
Yeah.
Yeah? And I am quite a headstrong man. Pride. Right? Now, it's almost like I just want to pull myself together, shoulders back, chest out. That's how I am. And if I can't look at someone in the eye and talk to them, I don't trust them. Because I weigh people up very, very quickly. You can be and do whatever you like in life, but you've got to be honest. Right? Be honest in how you do things. Because the one thing he says about you, you are as honest as the day is long.
Yes.
Right? And that is the one thing he says you and I have in common. You take after me with this, yeah? Honesty, truth and integrity are the words that fit very, very strongly with you, yeah? And he says, I know of the pains and the setbacks and the disappointments, because how much you put into people, how much you create for people, how much you give, only to have it thrown back at you. And you keep asking Spirit, why? Because I've got this man saying, because you care, darling. That is you. You care. You put this bravado on, right? This face. And he says, you're just a big softy, big pussycat. Heart of gold. If you had only one or something and someone's need was greater, you would give it to them. And you'd never ask back. But he says, the one thing you can't do with you is make a promise and not keep it. Yeah? And he says, I know of the disappointments and the pains of people's promises to you, yeah? He was a leader among people, this man, right? Not for what he created or what he done, but the way he helped people. And he would give confidence to people, can you understand?
Yep.
And if someone was in need and they asked, he would always give to them. I'm not on about physical. It's like, I don't know how to do something. Well, I do. Come here, I'll show you how to do it. And he left a legacy in life. But unfortunately, as age goes on and as time goes on, people forget legacies. Does that make sense?
Yes.
You've got to create your own legacy now.
I am.
Right? Brilliant. That's lovely to hear you say that, darling, yeah? You've got to create your own legacy. Because this is me, not Spirit, believe, we leave a footprint in this life. And if it's good enough, it never washes away. Yours is how you care and love for people, yeah? Unconditionally. To me, you're the greatest healer. Do you know why? Because you listen, and you listen from the heart, not the ears. And he says, don't change. Don't let people around you change you. Yeah? Follow the dreams. The one thing he always said to you, if you want to do it, do it. But do it because you only live once. Can you understand?
Yeah.
Can I leave that with you? And thank you for working with me. I say God bless.
Well, lovely.
We're done.
Thank you very
friends.
much, Bill. It's all right.
I don't have to do the washing up now.
No, it's easier that. Thank you, Bill. Just a few notices for this week. On Wednesday, 3 o'clock, we have our Healing Hour service. This is taken by Kevin Biggs, who will bring in some form of shamanism, and he usually brings in things that we can play with, like drums and rattles or whatever. But it's just exploring different facets of healing. So that's this Wednesday at 3 o'clock. After Kevin's talk, which lasts about 20 minutes, all the church healers are then available for church healing. Wednesday night, 7 o'clock, we welcome back David Powell, CSNU, and this is for our Spiritualism Awareness Night. And David will be talking about his great passion, which is spiritual healing. So that's this Wednesday, 7 o'clock, doors open 6:30. On Saturday night, we have a demonstration of mediumship, and that's being taken by Julianne Harper, who is coming up to the church from Plymouth to be with us for the weekend. So that's Saturday night, 7 o'clock. Admission is £8. Doors open 6:30. Sunday morning, Julianne will be taking our service from 11 o'clock. Afterwards, she is available for private sittings from 12:30 onwards. If you'd like one of those, please see me after the service. I'd now like to ask Bill for the closing blessing. Thank you, sir.
Dear Heavenly Father, divine and loving light, we thank you for this today, Father, for the opportunity to allow the spirit world to join with ours. And we thank those that have communicated today. But we also ask for all our loved ones and friends that we have in the world of spirit, that our love and blessings go to them. And I ask for this church, Father, that a blessing be placed upon it and that the doors will always be open and welcoming for those who are wishing to seek that truth and understanding. As always, I thank my guides for helpers for using me as an instrument. But I ask now for the people here and the homes and families to whom they represent. I ask that love and that light of spirit be with them always, that love and protection illuminate that pathway of life, offering that protection. So until we meet again, we ask these things in and through thy name. Amen.
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 Bill, thank you. Absolutely lovely, wonderful service, so uplifting. Those of you online watching us, we hope you've enjoyed the service today here from Paul. Everybody here, I can tell by the looks on the faces that you have had a wonderful time. And this is what our movement should be about. We should go out of our churches and centres and go, that was great! Not, oh, I didn't think much of that medium today. Oh, got that wrong, didn't he? Yeah. So, absolutely wonderful. I normally say go out and enjoy the day. You can still go out and enjoy the day, but you might need an umbrella and a coat. But anyway, enjoy life, because that is the gift. Thank you.
I'm going to go and have a fag now.
I'm going to join you. Hi, darlings. Yeah.